Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Zui Lang. In last episode, I introduced myself. I say I'm a law student. I'm currently studying in UOL External Program LLB, Bachelor of Law degree, and in last episode I also told you about what am I planning to do after the LLB. So I'm planning to do the CLP, I'm planning to do the chambering, So today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the psychology game I play with myself when I study the law, when I read the law every day. Okay, so there are three key points here. The first one, I risk nothing. Okay, the first one is I risk nothing. So I know a lot of people, they approach this one. I mean, they do this program, not the UKT, not the UK transfer, but UOL. Because UOL, LLB is famous for its difficulty, right? So a lot of students do this and they feel so disappointed because they didn't expect this is so difficult. They didn't expect it to be so difficult. And they do this in their early 20s, right? This is their first degree, okay? So they risk everything. They pay the tuition fee, they pay the college fee, all the fees, and they move from the hometown to KL to do this program, and they put in like 3 to 4 years of time invested in this program. So they have no way to run, So they have no alternative. When they fail in UOL, when they fail in CLP, they are so disappointed. They feel like that is the end of their life. Okay? I had such a feeling when I was in my early 20s, but I've gone through this stage, my degree life, my bachelor degree's life is also very hard. I joined the 3+1 program, so my final year was in Germany studying the civil engineering there, and that was extremely hard. It is very hard to pass. It is very hard to even understand the lecture in the lecture hall, because our German level is not, our German language level is not until that stage to understand the lecture, the engineering lecture. So everything is hard, It's not for me only, it's for everybody going there, So I have gone through that stage. When you fail in one subject, you will feel that is the end of your life, So a lot of tragedy happened. But I want to tell you guys, I've gone through this. I'm 32 this year, and I've gone through this, I must tell you, this is normal. Failure in our life, failure in our studies, or in your life, in your career is normal, right? And that is not the end. We always have alternative, right? It's like the saying, the Christian saying, when the God close the door for you, when the God close the door, he will open the windows, something like that. Because I learned this saying in Chinese, so I don't know how to say it in English, but I try to translate it, right? I know this is from the Bible, right? Okay, so never give up, because you always have a second chance, right? So you always have a second chance. You must tell yourself you always have a second chance. This is true. This is not just to encourage you, right? To prevent you from all those tragedy. No, this is real. I am now 32 and I have passed the stage of confusion. So I have the same confusion like you, right? The people in 20s, right? So this is real. So okay, come back to our topic. When I do this LLB, I'm still doing. I'm now in my final year, right? I risk nothing. I've got my first engineering degree, my second engineering degree. I had two engineering degree because one from Malaysia and one from Germany. I told you just now I joined the 3+1, right? A bachelor degree. Both are bachelor degrees in civil engineering. So this is my third degree. And even though okay, never mind. I don't want to talk about that one. So even I fail in LLB, your LLB, I'm still okay. I can find a job as an engineer. I'm a registered engineer now. If you check my name in the board of engineer, I'm there, right? So that's why it gives me a lot of freedom, a lot of lessen my burden, my psychological burden, right? Because I risk nothing. I think everybody need to, when they want to do a very hard subjects, a very hard university course, you should find a way to convince yourself you risk nothing. Even if you lose, okay, even if you lose everything, it's okay. So the practical way to do this is prepare an alternative for yourself, right? Prepare the second road for yourself. When you fail in here, you still have a second road. So it will lessen your burden very much. And with no burdens or with a minimum burden, you will excel in the things that you are doing, right? Okay, and the second psychology game that I play with myself is try and error. I didn't want to attend classes, and also I am not planning to attend college when I do the CLP. I want to do it by myself. This is also the same thing in my LLB. I didn't attend college, and at first I told myself, I try first. I try for the first year. If I can't do for my first year, if a lot of subjects fail, then maybe second year I will go to the college. I will attend the college, right? But luckily, everything's went very smoothly, right? So I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance to attend a college for my law degree. Okay. So and one more thing is, I think this is different from other people because this was my third degree. I had the experience of studying in college. I know how to learn by myself. When I was in Germany, in Germany, it's all depend on you. You must be independent because you can't understand the language. That is the biggest trouble for me. So back then we Google translate every word of the book, translate every word in the exercises in the lecture notes, and try to understand it. So from there, it's a very tough life. It was a tough life, but I think from there I learned how to study independently. One more interesting thing. In Germany, university, they don't make the attendance mandatory. So even when you don't attend classes, You still can go for your final exam, and you still can graduate. It's totally free. So most of the time I didn't attend the classes. I didn't attend the lectures, right? So so I had the experience of studying myself, and also one more thing, discipline. I had the discipline, so I think that helps me in my third degree, right? And I do try and error for my law degree. I did engineering back then, and it was totally different from what I learned in law. The contents are totally different, but the studying methods are all the same. The disciplines are all the same. It requires the same discipline back then, like 7 or 8 years ago when I was in Germany, right? So, and as for the first, I think for LSM, the legal studies and method, right? If I'm not mistaken, I did the feedback activity. In the UOL, we have the feedback activity. I did the activity and let the markers, examiners, mark my work and give me feedback, and I will read the feedback. But after that, after this course LSM, I don't think I do for the feedback activities, because I already know how to answer, and I have already made sure that the way I answer, the way I study, it's okay, right? It's acceptable. It's the good one, right? So I didn't do the feedback activities for the other subjects. Only the first subjects I do for it, right? And okay, it's already 12 minutes. Okay, the last psychology game that I play with myself is manufacturing process. Okay, I'm going to explain this. Every day I will spend 3 hours. I mean, 3 Pomodoro hours. I will explain this one later. But I will spend 3 hours. At first, I was thinking to spend 1 hour, but after try and error, I know this is not enough. So I quickly changed it into 3 hours, and I have maintained this habit for like 3 years. I don't fix my time. I don't say I want to study for 3 hours in the morning or maybe in the afternoon. I don't do that. I just want to accumulate 3 hours of studies every day. I can do it in the morning, but when I don't have the mood to study in the morning, then I will do it in the afternoon. When I don't have mood to do it, I will do it at night. If I don't have the mood to do it at night, then that will be my liability. I will do it. I will separate like maybe half an hour in the following days, right? So next day I will do 3.5 hours and 3.5 hours and 3.5 hours to compensate what I didn't do today. To compensate what I didn't do today. So I will do this 3 hours freely, right? But I will make sure it's 3 hours every day, right? And I will use the Pomodoro clock. So I will study for 25 minutes and rest for 5 minutes. But sometimes, and most of the times, it's not sometimes, it's most of the times, I will not rest. I will just, continue studying after 25 minutes. So most of the times I will just do 2.5 hours straight. So why 2.5 hours? Because you have to deduct 5 minutes every half an hour. So when you do for 6 Pomodoro clock, 6 Pomodoro clock is 3 hours, right? When you do for 3 Pomodoro clocks, that will be half an hour for you to rest. So I would just, most of the time, I would just do 2.5 hours straight. right? So I think this is a good strategy, you know. Yeah, because we cannot. From what I learned in Germany when I studied very independently in Germany, it is about discipline. You want to pass the exam, it is about the discipline. When I was in UCAM, when I was studying in UCAM, because I joined the 3+1 program, right? So I got 3 years in UCAM. When I was in UCAM, I would always wait until the last day to study, to revise for the exam. And most of the things I studied for the first time. Of course, I did homework, I did tutorials, I did go to classes, so I have the basic concepts. But when it comes to exam, it is totally different sometimes. And many things, many pages that I read in the books, it feels like the first time I read, and that is the night before the exam. So I always do that, and I always pass the exam, and I always get quite good results when I was in UCAM. So, it is not the best result, but still okay. It's acceptable, right? And when I maintain this habit, and when I reach the Germany, most of the subjects failed. So I have to change my habit. I must be disciplined. So that is what I learned from Germany, right? So I also maintain this habit when I am doing the LLB now. I make it 3 hours every day, and it is also the same the night before the exam, 1 week before the exam, or 1 month before the exam. Every day 3 hours fixed. This reduced my pressure very much. I still remember when I was in Germany, when I was in UKM, I do the revisions the night before the exam. It was so stressed. I even called my mom and told her about all the difficulties that I have gone through. But I deserve that. I deserve all those hurdles, because I was not disciplined in the normal days, and I deserve the stress. That was normal, right? When you are not disciplined in the normal days, then at the end, that will be the most stressful day for you, and you deserve that. Right? So I learned from my experience. When I do the LLB, I make sure I study for 3 hours every day. Then it becomes it is not just stress-free. It becomes so fun. If you don't believe, you can try. When you do this, when you study in my way, you spend 3 hours fixed every day, you can reduce your stress, right? Completely. And the studying process becomes so fun for you, right? You can try if you don't believe. So I think that's all I want to share today. It's already 19 minutes. So these are the 3 psychology game that I play with myself when I study law, when I read law. And I think this will be helpful for you if you want to study LLB, especially the UO LLB, University of London LLB. And it is not only for law, even if you study for other subjects, right? These strategies, these 3 methods. I call it. You can call it strategies. You can call it methods. You can call it psychology game. I think these will help you very much. Okay. So next episode, I think next episode will be much more interesting. Stay tuned. Okay, bye bye.